Hello everyone, and welcome to Source Code Closet. We're back, after 3 to 4 months of not doing anything, much like my YouTube channel, that you definitely should go check out. Yes, I am shilling this at the beginning of the episode. Shut up.
It's fine.
Sorry.
We all deserve a kind of promo spot.
So,
Also, this episode is featuring
yeah,
Dante from
absolutely.
Devil May Cry series.
Yes, I sure hope you saw the sticker in the thumbnail. And yeah, before we actually start talking, go and watch Lamb Duality.
If I go live.
Because I've watched some of their streams, it's actually pretty chill. Yeah. If you go live.
Thanks for
but
the
do
plug.
It anyways. So yeah, welcome. This episode we're going to be talking about a little-known game series. Little known as in it's not like big, like Mario, Donkey Kong, all that other jazz. No. This is the series that most people think of when the term shut-in is said, because it takes a long time to complete. You can 100% it, but that's over 100 hours of your life. What are you doing with those? And yes, welcome to the episode about Persona.
Personification time.
Shut. The answer is personable, not personification.
Well, we're going to be personificating some items here in a minute. Ah.
No, we are not.
Well, we can't personify my tiny Boba Fett.
No.
I'll edit this out.
Fine.
I'm the editor. I have.
No, keep it in. It'll be funny. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. So yeah, Persona is a really fun video game series if it's the type for you. It's a JRPG, which basically means it's not American RPGs. They have you taking hold of an entire person, and that person, over the course of a year, does stuff like it permeates into an everyday life of a particular person in Japan, America, wherever the hell the setting is. It's not you go on this quest for God knows why. It's the universe picked you out, you're still going to control them in their daily lives, but you've also got another life you have to lead. And Persona is the one RPG that does that, and it does it so well. That's why it's outsold its parent series. Because yes, Persona is a spin-off. And I'm not joking when I say this, it sold 1.3 million more units than its parent series, Shin Megami Tensei. I love how that's all you have to add.
So, the first game was released in Japan in September 20th, 1996. And you follow the protagonist, Hidehiko Yusegi. He talks all of his friends into playing a game called Persona, which is like Bloody Mary. But while playing, a student loses consciousness and meet Philemon, who gives them the ability to summon reflections of their personalities, which are known as personas.
Yeah, that's basically a quick summary of how it works. Like, Persona as a series, since it is an RPG, is very highly story-based. So if you want to actually play the game, you either need to buy an original PlayStation, a PlayStation Mini, because apparently that was on the PlayStation Mini, we found out after doing research for this episode, or
emulation with an English patch, if you can't find the English version, is probably the best way to go. But there is a North American release. It released on December 14th in 96, and it got re-released on the PlayStation Classic December 3rd, 2018. Same thing with the European release.
And when the game originally released, the game was so heavily censored, as with the next games. Now I'm saying games because although they technically still fall under Persona 2, because yes, they made a sequel, why not? There were 2 parts to them. And I believe that it was Eternal Punishment that didn't get released in America when the other one got released in America.
It was originally released in Japan on June 29th, 2000, and it got an American release November 30th. They probably spent that time censoring over half the game, because it was very bold. Not only bold, but you know what I mean.
There was a lot of stuff in there. Like, I'm pretty sure almost everyone knows this at this point, and if you don't, one of
Yeah.
the main characters is in fact Hitler. He is the main antagonist. That is, bro. Japan has
How
no
dare
chill.
you.
And yes,
It got
yes, I'm stealing that
overall
joke from you, Taylor. Deal with it.
258,000 units sold just in Japan, from when it was released to now.
About as cool as this segue into the next game. After 2, there comes 3, and then 2 other versions of 3, because why not? So, Persona 3 is where it really, really started to hit big. Like, this was when people actually started caring about Persona. So we all know about the whoa, he has a gun to his head, he's about to summon his Persona memes. But do you actually get where they're from? So, Persona 3 released in Japan on July 13th, 2006, and it released in North America on August 14th, 2007. There's also 4 other countries here that released in 2008 and 2006 respectively, but I'm not going to go over that. Persona 3 follows our antagonist.
I think
call
it's
him
one of those,
Minato
isn't
Yuki,
there
I
2
believe his
canon
name
names
is?
for each,
Um,
nameable protagonist?
I'm not sure for this one, but for Persona 4 and especially Persona 5, yeah, there's 2 names for them. So Persona 3 revolved heavily around the concept of death, because literally summoning Persona requires you to put a gun to your head. Sure. And this one hit it big. So, the sales to date in Japan was over 200,000 copies, and in the first week, it sold 127,000. Now, keep in mind, this game came out in 2006, so basically half of all of the units sold were sold in the first week.
That is
I'd say that's pretty
huge
successful.
banger.
And then after that, there were 2 other versions released. There was Persona 3 Festival, and that one was released also on the same platform that Persona 3 was released on, which was the PlayStation 2. Persona 3 Portable was released on the PlayStation Portable. Each version has their own spin on it, like story-wise. Now, it's basically the same story, except there's more stuff added onto it. Like, for example, The Answer, which is probably one of the most controversial and disputed plot points of all time in Persona, was released on Festival. And Persona 3 Portable had Femc, which is the female main character. They haven't done that since. And then, 2 years later, they released Persona 4. Persona 4 was one of the big games. Like if you talk to anyone about Persona, chances are they're gonna remember Persona 4 more than Persona 3. And it sold like crazy, dude. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. People in 2021 are still fawning over Persona 4. More than Persona 3. And Persona 4 kind of follows the same setting as JoJo Part 4. It's a murder mystery inside a small town called Yasuinaba. And the main character, which this time has 2 names, if I'm being entirely honest, the second name that's listed, I didn't know this existed until a couple months ago. So the main character's names for this one are Yu Narukami, which is the one that everyone loves and enjoys, and then Soji Seta. I don't know what that means, but I like Yu Narukami better because our favorite gray-haired boy is Yu Narukami. And
it sounds better.
It sounds better, yeah. It just rolls off the tongue better. At least for me, at least. So like I said, it follows that sort of formula, murder mystery inside of a small town. And like, I've played it. I've played through all of it. I've played through Golden, which was re-released for PC, I believe last year. Dude, it is a trip to experience. It is so much fun. Oh my god. Dude, I've spent 109 hours in the game. 109. And I'm on New Game Plus. So, in case you haven't noticed by the amount of hours I sunk into the game, pretty long. Definitely longer than other RPG games. I'm not going to say the longest, because of course the longest would be a completion run of The Witcher 2, I believe. But who cares? It's fun. And then, we get to the most recent entry, Persona 5. This one was released in 2016 in Japan and 2017 in America. And this game went through so many delays. It stayed in development hell, I'd say, for about 2 years before it actually came out. And people, remember, this was maybe 9 years after Persona 4. People wanted more. And oh boy, did they get more. This game is 100 hours long. You're hearing that right. It has about as many hours in the game as you'd find on a $100 bill. That's a lot of time, I guess. And this game takes place in Shibuya, which is apparently this little place just outside of Tokyo. And it follows the protagonist, who was imprisoned. No, not exactly imprisoned. He was sent on probation for a year into Shibuya after an incident in his hometown. And there he finds his friends, and then all this crazy story stuff happens. Boom, he has a persona now. Save the world. If you really think about it, you could probably say that last line, he goes somewhere different, he meets friends, boom, he has persona now, save the world. You could say that technically applies to Personas 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, now that you think about it.
If you really think about it. But yeah, I forgot to mention the main character names. And this one, oh my goodness, I have never seen so many people get into a fight about a Japanese name. It's honestly pretty bad. So, on one end of the ring, we've got Ren Amamiya. I forgot how to say it, but Ren Amamiya sounds more like Mamma Mia than anything in Japanese. So, I don't necessarily agree with that one, because it doesn't roll off the tongue better, and also I don't think it suits the character. Now, we have the other one, Akira Kurusu. I like that one. That name is better for me, in my opinion. What do you think?
On my first playthrough of Persona 5, I did Ren Amamiya, because, it was the first name I saw, because I'm like, oh god, what name do I choose? What's the canon? So I did that, and then on my, other save, I did Akira Kurusu.
Yeah. I like Akira better, because, it sounds more anime, I guess. And
get them R's.
Yeah. And we possibly can't skip over the spin-offs. So,
oh, the glorious dancing sequels in the arenas.
Yep. And then Strikers, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, I believe that Persona 3 only had one spin-off game, and that was Persona 3 Dancing Moon something. Because the moon has a lot of symbolism in Persona 3, so they put that in the title. Is that right?
I think it's Dancing in Moonlight.
Dancing in Moonlight, that's what it is.
Yeah, Dancing in Moonlight.
And then, Persona 4. This is the one with the most amount of spin-offs. And there are 3 main ones that I remember, at least. We've got Persona 4 Arena, which is a traditional fighting game based off Persona 4, but not really. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, basically the same game, except expanded. And then, the ever so popular Persona 4 Dancing in Starlight. That's not it.
Dancing All Night.
Dancing All Night. That's what it is. And Persona 4 Dancing All Night, that's the game where we get the best dance of all time. You know.
Oh,
you know the one.
That I'll plug it in the video just for that.
Yeah, you should. And then we have Persona 5. And Persona 5 has 2 main spin-offs. We have Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, or Star Night, however the hell you pronounce it. That one doesn't really matter. And then we have the only other spin-off Persona game that I've played. I'm in the process of completing it, but who cares? So for this one, we've got Persona 5 Strikers / Scramble. Persona 5 Strikers is a I want to say it's like a beat 'em up type game, but it's infused with Persona. So you, I don't know how to say it. All I know, it's a fun game. It's really fun. It's $60, and if you have a PlayStation 4 and or a PlayStation 5, I highly recommend you get it. And if you have a PC, get Persona 5 Strikers. But please, for the love of all things holy, plug in a PS4 or PS5 controller because the keyboard controls suck. I should know. I played this game for 37 hours using keyboard controls only. I got used to it. Okay, let me just put it into perspective for you. You've got your WASD, all that jazz, and then your attack buttons for when you actually go into the metaverse and start beating people up are B, H, and N. Let me rephrase that. B, H, and N. How do you get anything done?
Ow. You'd have... Yeah. Unless you can't do that unless you, like, rapidly switch, even if you have your hand on your mouse.
Yeah, but why would you play with your mouse? Because, like, you still have to select certain buttons to switch out your party characters.
Oh, yeah,
you have to do
true.
all this other stuff. It makes no sense. Why, Atlas?
Also, 2 spin-offs you forgot to mention, which I'm going to mention. Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth and Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth.
Oh, right.
I've played both to completion and I have them both. I love them. They're really good.
I entirely
They're both
forgot
on the
about
3DS.
the 3DS spin-offs. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Also, fun fact, Persona Q2 was the last 3DS exclusive ever.
Wait, it was a 3DS exclusive?
Yep.
You're
Q and
kidding me.
Q2 were exclusives.
Good to know. So, in conclusion, if you want to play a Persona game, you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mainline Persona games. Now, you might be asking, but Landon, you only mentioned 8. Why are you talking about 10? And I will answer that question for you. And with the most recent Persona games, you have the regular release, and then you have what I like to call a director's cut. So it essentially adds new content, new personas, it just adds stuff on, and it also fixes bugs. And these bugs, or like these exploits, are sometimes huge. Like with Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, there was this one exploit. Well, not exactly an exploit, but like it's a glitch-ish, where the Reaper, which is a secret mini-boss you could find from Persona 3 onward, would be able to be beaten in 3 turns because of a certain status effect after going into the grind area of Persona 5, which was Mementos. Persona 5 Royal, they fixed that. Good thing I still have Persona 5, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to cheese the Reaper. Yeah. I haven't actually encountered the Reaper yet in Persona 4 Golden. All I know is that it should be a really easy boss, since I am playing on New Game Plus, and I have a persona that either reflects or nullifies everything except Almighty. Also, I didn't know this, but apparently they got new voice actors for Chie. Like, she had a much more like mature voice instead of the loud whiny one.
I would have kept the mature one because loud whiny sometimes doesn't cut it.
And then there's also great moments in Persona 4 Golden, especially on February 11th when they go on the skiing trip. I have a screenshot of Naoto saying, "Sorry, Teddy, but only people have human rights." Because like Teddy like scared everyone. I'm gonna send it to you. You better put it in the video.
I will. In Persona 4, I must add, every shadow version of any character or anything looks like they've inhaled 10 million grams of crack. Especially Teddy. Shadow Teddy is kind of cracked.
Oh, dude, Shadow Teddy. I swear, I have a screenshot of Shadow Teddy with the caption, "Get this off my screen."
Yeah.
Dude, like before you actually got into his boss battle, he looked terrifying. I mean, of course he would.
Yeah.
It's a shadow, which is your true self, which is big theme in Persona. Who cares? But like, it's so bad. Like I don't like looking at it because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's cursed on so many levels, in all
Yeah, those are
dimensions.
the words.
Dimensions. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, even 40. It's still cursed.
Oh, we're halfway through. You know what that means? News.
News glue.
Our first article is that Atlas PSP games will remain available on PS3 and the PS Vita stores. This includes Persona, the original Persona, Persona 3P, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, Shin Megami Tensei Devil's Summoner, and not Blaze Union. Well, the Personas and the Shin Megami Tensei ones are the really interesting ones just for today.
Yep. All right. So Atlas is going to celebrate their 35th anniversary this September by releasing special pins to commemorate their 35th anniversary, and one of them has the cutest Persona on it of all time. It's a little pin with Jack Frost and Morgana, and I know y'all can't see it right now, but my profile picture on Discord is Jack Frost. So let's see. The list they have here is a Jack and Frost Morgana pin. They have a mug of that, assorted stickers, a t-shirt, an Atlas t-shirt, Atlas keychain, notebook, Atlas Titles trading badge, the Jack Frost t-shirt, acrylic stand. There's a Black Frost acrylic stand, a Jack Frost mask, a mask case for Jack Frost, a face bag. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a laptop. There's a laptop PC case that has Jack Frost on it. I'm getting that.
Face bag, you just put the bag on your face.
Yes. Then we got a Shin Megami Tensei t-shirt, a Shin Megami Tensei keychain, and a Shin Megami Tensei mask. It looks like they have pictures too. Dude, oh my goodness, I so want this actually. Dude, this laptop case looks sick.
I know.
I'm gonna
I see it right now.
copy paste it into here. I want that. I want that now.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
Looks awesome.
I want that. And
Let me
one
see
for
how
Black
much is
Frost
it?
too.
Jack Frost.
Let's see.
It's $44.
The Jack Frost. Yeah, $44, assuming my parents will actually let
Oh,
me
like
take it.
around that.
Yeah, around that, since conversion's about 100 yen to do $1. So, you do the next one.
I'm looking it up to confirm. So it might have been. Oh yeah, it's $39.76.
$39.76?
Yep.
I'd get it.
So, the Persona developer Atlas has typically kept their, mainline Persona games on PlayStation, but recently there's been leaks of Persona 5 coming to Xbox. It was teased by an industry insider. And I believe that Atlas had asked what the fans would think of the games being on different consoles. So it's usually just been a PlayStation exclusive, and now it may be coming to Xbox. And it was already on PC, so lucky PCs.
And building onto that, there's been immense speculation that Atlas will be bringing over their other titles, their other Persona titles, mainly Persona 3 and Persona 5, probably Royal, since they did that with Golden. And they're going to bring those over to PC. Now, there was one major hint to this, and that was a DMCA takedown notice from Atlas to the people that ran the PS3 emulator. I think it's called RPCS 3, because they had a cracked version of Persona 5. You could run Persona 5 on the PlayStation 3. Didn't look good, but you could. And like Atlas, they put out this message that says, "We are listening to fans." Now, a bit of a self-insert here. I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that. It could just be generic big company is trying to appeal to the masses or whatever. But it could also be a sign. And with the success of Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 Strikers on PC, it's a no-brainer to bring Persona 5 over to PC. But there's one thing that would be in the way. Fix your controls. Please. Like, get an Xbox gamepad or PlayStation controller. Whatever you do, do not use the keyboard. It's like playing Melee on a keyboard. It might become normal after a few hours, but it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Personally, I really, really want this because Persona 5, like, as a game, it's really good. It's not perfect, but it's really, really good. Also, something we should mention, really offhand. Atlus is the developer of the SMT and Persona games. And they've stated that the newest SMT game, SMT 5, will be coming over to PC. And given the recent release of Persona 3 Nocturne, no, not Persona 3, SMT 3 Nocturne, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series, trademark, I don't see why they shouldn't bring over their old SMT games, because it would allow people to experience SMT, which is the parent series of Persona, which I find really odd because, like, sorry, during the Nintendo Direct, when SMT 5's release date was revealed, there were people in the Nintendo live chat saying that SMT is a spin-off or SMT is a rip-off of Persona 5 or like Persona.
Oh yeah, yeah. Whenever me and my friends watched that, we screamed, but we were also laughing at the chat for saying that.
It was really, really funny. It's hilarious because, like, people don't think twice about it, but like, I kind of want to talk about the fandom just for like 2 minutes, because that could definitely be something that I could talk about since we're technically done talking about Persona. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's talk about the fandom. And yeah. Also, after that, we can talk about whatever we want, because after news break, it's whatever we want to happen.
Yeah. So everyone knows about the jokes about the Persona fandom. You know, they're all pedos, they spend a lot of time inside, they're shut-ins, yada 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 yada. But not enough people know about the elitism in the Persona/SMT community. There are people that gatekeep an RPG, a video game where you can do whatever you want. People are gatekeeping that. So, for example, you've got the SMT elitists. They're like, you haven't played a real SMT game, play it. And I remember, actually, there was an argument on Reddit about it once, and what I did was I asked, hey, I'm playing the mobile game that they released a year ago. Does this count as an SMT game? The guy that I was talking with said technically, but he said to play SMT 5 when it came out. And then we've got Persona elitists, the people that are like, play something other than Persona 5. I didn't play Persona 5 because I was influenced by those people. I played Persona 4 Golden first because I didn't have Persona 5. Technically, Persona 5 is better than Persona 4 Golden in terms of, like, gameplay, you know, combat, all that stuff. Story-wise, Persona 4 wins. Straight up.
Yeah.
The story in Persona 5 is honestly kind of bland, and the characters are more cookie-cutter than anything. But with Persona 4 characters, I feel a lot more attached to them. There's a reason why most people who've played both Persona 4 and Persona 5 agree that Yosuke is best boy.
I highly agree with that. Yosuke's my favorite character.
Like, Yosuke is the Ryuji, except he's a better Ryuji. But at the same time, Yosuke doesn't say for real once. And that's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't forget about the memes. We cannot forget about
oh my god, the memes.
Suite of memes surrounding Persona. So, you've got Persona 5 memes. You'll never see it coming, pancakes, for real. Then we got exploitable images, Haru's forehead, use case painting, and Makoto looking at the laptop. We've got Persona 4 memes. There are a lot of them out there. The meat dimension, that's a big one. Let's see.
I'll take you to my meat dimension.
Watermelon, oddly enough. and then we've got great vegetables from Dojima. Great vegetables. It's the community
I have all
is
those
so
saved.
varied. Wait, hold on. There's a great vegetables GIF that you can find. Hold on.
Oh my god, really?
Great vegetables. And then there's another one that's just great vegetables
Great vegetables.
plus 5. Great vegetables.
Great vegetables.
Great
Great
vegetables.
vegetables. Oh god, the memes.
Oh god. So
And,
yeah, and then there's the very obvious Persona 3 meme where it's like, guys, like I'm holding gun to my head, let me summon my persona.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple other NSFW ones I'm not gonna go over because
No.
they're NSFW.
Also, egg.
I guess.
Aegis's head is a toaster.
I guess is toaster.
Yeah.
And then we've got Dorkun. Can't forget about Dorkun.
Yeah.
So this is a thing. This is like a big thing with the reveals in Persona. Like Persona 3 onward, there's a joke name thrown around by the fans based on what image that they originally like revealed with. So Persona 3, it was a door. So Minato was named Dorkun. And then we've got Persona 4. Since the main method of transportation or like transitioned into the TV world was a TV, he was called TV-kun. And then there was Persona 5. This one has literally nothing to do with it. He was called Chair-kun because of the first reveal of Persona 5. It was just a bunch of chairs with like balls, like
prison
ball
shackles
and
on it.
Prison shackles and balls and chains on it. So people just call him Chair-kun.
Yeah.
And that basically wraps up Persona.
Yeah. We're at 37 minutes. You want to talk about
minutes? Nice.
some random shit?
The whole ass.
The whole ass. That's gonna be for a Ace Attorney episode.
Oh wait, no, we forgot to do the Hunt Down the Freeman joke.
At least these games aren't as bad as Hunt Down the Freeman. Am I right?
Oh no. We cut that up. We should actually like try it. We can actually like try and do something.
Yeah. I'll save that voice clip for later.
Yeah. That should be on. Dude, imagine we had a soundboard. We had that. We just play it. It's like at least.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. So, there was this really funny thing that like I just remembered, and it's people like so in Ace Attorney. There's Miles Edgeworth, the character that everyone shoots with Phoenix Wright. I don't do that. I don't like it. Stop. But there's multiple times where people have just stopped, like, or taken screenshots right at the moment that he says either assistant, assessment, or assassin, and they stop it at the first 3 letters, which spells ass. So we've got such memorable quotes as
the whole ass.
The entire ass. For you, Mr. Omno, I gladly offer my ass. We've got, is this the work of a professional ass? We've got, yes, I have a 2-part special ass. Funny, I don't recall making you my ass. And then we've got Dogen, the fiendish ass, just the ass. And then we've got the entire ass again.
It seems Mrs. Faye's ass.
It seems Mrs. Faye's ass. Can't forget about that one. What other ones do we have? Well, if
Yeah,
you ever feel the need for my
I'm
ass, it is
Mr.
available to you.
Edgeworth's ass.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your ass. That's enough for me. I shall offer my ass. I cannot resist any longer. If I expose his lies, I should be able to uncover the ass.
I'm gonna have to put a warning before this. Say caution, ass.
No. Caution. Extreme,
Extreme
extreme.
assage.
No. Extreme vulgarity.
Yeah, this is a PG-13 thing, but we're gonna
This is
make it
absolutely-
onto the R.
Yeah, we're gonna make it up to R by just saying ass.
Yeah. Alright, I think that wraps about all the ass and Persona.
Yeah, I can. That's our last segment, just ass.
Say already. Should we end it with ass or should we end it with the ending?
We should end it with ass because that'd be really funny.
Alright.
All right.
I just need a clip of you saying ass. Ass.